Hello everybody, welcome back to Burnt Church. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's a cold day here, but it's pretty out. Getting a little overcast. I'm going to try to take advantage of this day. We've been having ice and bad cold and rain. I'm going to try to trim up some of our fruit trees here. This is one that's, I think it's 2-year-old. I think we've had it 2 years. It's an older tree than 2 years, I think, but we've had it 2 years. And I don't know a lot about pruning, so just don't make fun of me, please. We're going to trim up what I think needs to be gone from here. And then we've got this big one over here. I'll carry you over here closer to it and let you see it. It's a nightmare. You can see this one here. It's a pretty big tree. We're going to have to do quite a bit of pruning on this one. I pruned it one time before, but I never kept it up. And it's not producing any fruit, or I'm not getting any off of it. It'll have a few apples the squirrels will get. But I think pruning it is going to help it a lot. That looks like a lot of work. There's a lot of limbs there that I'm fixing to take out. Whether it's right or wrong, I'm fixing to take them out and shape it up a little bit. So I'll bring you along with me. Y'all can see what I do wrong. This little tree here has some what I call suckers coming out down here at the bottom. I'm going to take them off first thing. I'm going to try to cut them as close to the trunk of the tree as I can. So these pruners, I cleaned them earlier with some alcohol. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So what I do is I'll take some 91% alcohol and just wet a rag down with it and just rub them down. I don't really know if this is necessary, but I for sure like to do it when I go from one tree to the other tree. That way maybe I don't carry diseases from one to the other. And I'll just give them a quick wipe down. I do these limb loppers the same way. Just everything that's going to come in contact with that limb, I try to wipe off with the alcohol. I usually keep the bottle of alcohol and the rag out with me, and just ever so often I clean it. But I for sure clean it when I go from one tree to the next. What I'm looking for is branches that's coming out and up. I'm trying to leave those. But I'm going to take a little bit of this off. This limb here that's coming straight up, I'm going to take it off. This has a cluster of limbs all right in here. I'm going to take those off. Trying to cut them pretty close to the main body of the tree. I'm not wanting this tree to get real big, so I'm probably going to cut the top out of it right here. That big limb is just going to cause problems in the future. It'll break off. Now this is by no means a tutorial on how to do them, because I really don't know how you do them. I just try to trim them up and shape them the way I want them. So that's about all I'm going to do to this one. We'll move to the big one now. So this one here, I'm going to take the chainsaw hold of it. It's got some pretty big limbs that I'm wanting gone. I've got it a mess. Now I'm not going to throw these big chunks away. I'll keep those and I'll use them on the grill this summer to flavor food with. They're real good for that. So I'll be back with you here in a few minutes. I'll get this trimmed up. Well, I've given it a haircut. Now I've got to clean up all this brush. I think my wife's going to come out here and help me clean the brush up. Let me see if I can get it where y'all can see it without being facing into the sun. Now see this side right here, the reason I've trimmed it so heavy is we have a power line above here and our driveway. I would have to dig the whole tree up if it ever scratches my wife's new car. So I'm going to try to keep it trimmed up here on this side and let it all hang this way. That's got it opened up a lot more. Maybe some sun can get in there to it. And there's still a lot of growth there that maybe can have some apples this year. I guess it's been 2 years since I pruned it the last time. Now I like to prune them in the early spring. This is January the 4th. Some people say prune them in the fall. You just have to be your own judge about it. I'll show you. You see the old place where I trimmed it and the fresh place. The reason I trim them in the spring is to where this right here will maybe heal up before disease can get in it. If you cut this in the fall, it'll sit there all winter and won't do any growing. It just seems like it would be better to me. May not make a bit of difference, but that's the reason I trim it in the early spring. There was some pretty big limbs I took out of there. That'll make some good wood to put on the grill. Well, I'm fixing to go and see if my wife will come out here and help me pick all these branches up. She may use one of them on me. But I thank y'all for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.